We got ourselves Team Red with Canny. Still on that. I actually had a hard time finding your character, but I went and typed in Canny with one N or with one Y. I found a character looking just like your character with a mog. Do you make like a trial or something? We also got Carry back here, Fury Warrior. We got Killing back in here. Killing Rue? Killing you? Why'd you kill Rue? We also got Silverstein and we got Zinji. Yo, that actually, why are you so, like the top half and bottom half don't match up? We also got Team Blue with Big Papa Pap. Big Papa Pap. Hey, Fury. Alright, we also got Captura coming back again. Christia, Loopy Hunt, and Stun all day. Alrighty, boys. Good luck and have fun. I think Loopy's gonna go first, yeah? Hunter, Beastmaster, most likely. You guys enjoy, have fun, good luck. Chill pills with Beast Fury. I'll be okay, man. Best Fury. I'll be okay with that, honestly. I'll be okay with that. Silverstein is going to be up first. They're at the crossroads. Honor Duel? No, Honor Duel for the day. Alrighty. Are you Nightborn? You are Nightborn. Okay, I was going to say Night Elf or Nightborn. But Silverstein making his walk. Back it up. Zinji already getting the gate rolling. And Silverstein already getting the Fury up and running. Loopy is going to have to go for Big Kaiser. This was one of the first few fell rushes by the Demon Hunter. Stun into an eye, and Silverstein is going to be able to get a deep opener onto Loopy Hunt. Already getting aspect a survival of the fittest with Basilisk popping in. Stun onto Silverstein. Chickens out of immediately is going to go flying up in the air. Dropping those fell lances onto Loopy Hunt back to back to back. Not only you can really know about it, he's going to have to go for Exhilaration. Actually, using Exhilaration already. Barely had any health left. Actually, still continue to get quite a bit of damage on the silver side. Might have enough range. Is going to have to turtle as he gets super low. Needs to get himself some heals ASAP. Going to be a re-stealth for Silverstein. Actually, landing a re-stealth out of nowhere. Metamorphosis on top of Loopy. Probably nicked him with a Blades Dance, and down he goes. Nothing you could really do about that. Captura opening up onto Silverstein right afterwards. Landing a couple bleeds in there. Silverstein is going to be quite in a bad spot. I-beam coming out. Crucible to follow that. Doesn't have a lot of health. Stun onto Captura. He triggers out of his stun. Doesn't even let him have the chance there. Silverstein had Darkness. Actually died without using Darkness once. Okay. Alright, Killing playing that sub. Hopefully he's going to be killing it. Short stone onto Captura. Land that cheap shot a little bit early. Heavily DR'd. Still getting those Shadow Strikes into Eviscerates back-to-back. Captura is playing very defensive. Double Crucible on himself. That's going to be evasion for Killing. Shadow stepping right after Captura. Still continuing the pressure. Shadow Strikes are still coming back to back. Evasion is rolling still for a little bit along Captura. Is going to finally be able to get some damage rolling back. Stun onto that wall. Perfect wall. Killing Rue could go for a little bit of a blind. Is going to go for a full reset. Blind onto Feral. If he has all the cooldowns right now, he might have a chance here at least for this 1v1. He's probably going to have to go for a triple sap. If not double sap maybe. Does he have any dots on him? Maybe like one? He still has one dot at least. All saps out. You gotta go. Shadow Sap? Oh no, Shadow Strike into a Nightblade. Thorns available right before a cheap shot, and Killing is gonna have to bail out of there for a second. Smoke Bomb trying to help him get his escape. Is gonna use Crucible defensively. While Captura got himself full CDs rolling, either Incarnation or Berserk. Either way, all of it is going to be wasted. That's going to be a restyle by both the Feral and the Rogue. Does catch him out with a Shadow Step into AoE. Landing that Nightblade. Might have enough damage. Cheap Shot coming out. Does Killing have enough damage, though? Is going to go to himself a big Eviscerate. Another Cheap Shot into Captura. Maybe another Cheap Shot right after. Is going to get the bike rolling. Actually, the bike is going to be onto Killing as Captura is trying to turn the damage around onto the Rogue. Still proccing out the Safeguard Trinket. Not getting kicked on the regrowth, is going to go for Swiftman instead. Killing, it has a limited opportunity to score the kill here. Thorns, not going to be able to land a stone on those Thorns. That's perfect. Needs to wait it out. Does he even survive this, though? Is actually going to get a big bite, and he had to go for a cheap shot defensively. Couldn't get the Feral off of him, but I think him being completely out of options, unless he can get a defensive or a heal right now, he's out of tricks. Going to be a trinket for the Maim. But he's just trying to struggle, then trying to hang on, cannot. And the power of Captura, just the amount of raw damage of a Feral Druid is just way too much. The healing and survivability is way too much. Trinket out of the stun, try to see if you can get on top of Zinchi. They're going to be interrupt onto that fear. Casball still coming out. That's going to be a War Stomp. I think he doesn't get that War Stomp though, but does get a pre-wall and is going to have to go for a couple of regrowths. Can't take it out of the Rogue. Gonna have to see if he can maybe get himself a setup onto the Warlock. Zinji playing himself Destruction though. Is gonna drop down a more Infernal onto Captura. No interrupt right there for the Feral. And Zinji does have full setup going. Then it's gonna be a stun. No Human Rachel out of it. No Trinket that I'm seeing. Maybe he doesn't even have one. Cataclysm Casball. Trying not to get interrupted on a Casball. Otherwise he's gonna get locked out. Interrupted onto Fear. Bash into that Casball. Same Trinket proc as Captura is just trying to take advantage of the opportunity. No wall coming out for Zinji. Zinji is AFK. Starting to move again. Wall coming out. Casballs are going to be free. Safety Trinkets absorbing that one. Second one actually just taken in. Trying to heal through it. Regrowth coming out. Doesn't land the regrowth. That's very, very unlucky. Very unlucky. Next is going to be Big Papa Pap. Is it? Big Papa Pap. Yeah, Big Papa Pap. There we go. Is allowing for an honor duel for Zinji. Good old Papa Pap. Stun all day. I don't know. Is he just trying to find a better angle or something? Gonna be charged by Papa Pap into a War Stomp. Trying to get some damage going off the bat. Horror Effect is going to send him running in the other direction though. Not shrinking it out of that one. Short charge to Zinji. Does get hit with a Conflag into a Blade Storm to get away from the Shadow Fury. Zinji is going to still be able to realign up the Shadow Fury. Does land it. And that's going to be a freebie Casbolt onto Big Pop Pap. Does get a Reflect. No, Reflect goes in a little too late. Second Reflect does come out. Should have still landed the Reflect as should have still landed the Casbolt as the Reflect would have been down by then. Fear trying to land onto Big Pop Pap. Not going to let the Fear happen. So he's going to have to get a Casbolt to the face. Still has plenty of cooldowns to work with. Zinji is going to get a Reflect rolling for a second. Not a lot he can really reflect with Big Papa Pap. Does still land the Fear, which forces the Trinket out of Papa. Is going to be in a very bad position. He is just open to getting CC'd left and right without Succubus at a later time. If he even survives the charge heal from Zinji for a second, does get him interrupted on a Fear. But he's still going to take a lot of that fire damage regardless. Second Fear coming out. Nothing you can do about this one. Casable to follow. Does land a charge on a massive heal at only 7% dampening into a Succubus CC right afterwards. Zinji does to himself a gateway. Could go porting if he wanted to. Is going to immune that Fear with the Blaze Storm. Still going to try to see if he can play chicken against the Casable. Does get pummeled on a Casable though. So Zinji tried to take a play. Tried to make a move there and didn't quite pay for him. But if he gets some sort of a setup onto Big Power Pap, he might be alright. Gonna be a Fear reflected. It was that double Fear onto Zinji, I believe it was. Into a Fear onto Power Pap. Zerka Rage for that. Zinji needs to get a cast off. No pummel available for Papa. So Zinji is gonna get some dots rolling to Papa Pap, and it's gonna get him rolling away with a Horror into a Fear. Casbolt midway toward double forward. Oh my god. So much damage out of a Destro. Actually just land up CC back to back for Papa Pap and Stun all day. As a rogue, most likely Assassination is going to have a much easier time with the Destruction Warlock after. Infernal might be back. Wall is down for a few more seconds. Maybe a Trinket available. Maybe he's not even running a Trinket. Could be a Relentless for this guy. Garrote opener for Stun all day. And the Warlock is going to bail out of there immediately. Looking to catch a resell, but did he get hit with a dot? Rain of Fire is not going to let him go anywhere. The pet is over there. Is going to get a slow on the guy. And all he can really do at this point is maybe try to see if he can land some line of sight, draw Zinji closer in, and try to get some calm points rolling for damage. Gonna be an Infernal, stopping that approach though. Does still commit to the approach with a stun, got dots rolling. That is gonna be a Succubus CC coming in, but the Infernal does break the CC into a Shadow Fury. Stun all day does get to Shadow Step onto Zinji with a lockout, with a kick. Malnek rolling to Zinji, is preventing any kind of healing for the Warlock. That's gonna Cloak of Shadows and try to see if he can just run away, line away from Zinji. Smoke bomb being dropped, trying to wait and use his vanish at a later opportunity to try to catch himself a reset without having to use a vanish. The pets are coming back to Zinji. Infernal does dissipate. He does have the Succubus to worry about. If Zinji can move the Succubus further away from Sun all day, he would have a harder time getting it. Does get a cheap shot onto the Succubus, actually go right into Zinji. Cheap shot into Succubus, dots into Zinji, but a Fear is going to run him in the other direction. Does Shadow Step into an interrupt on the Casbolt, into a Succubus CC. Going to be pretty short though, so Sun all day still has an opportunity. Horror Effect is going to lock him out completely with a Casbolt to the face. Does he go for a vanish here? Does get a feint rolling though. into a Garrote Vantage, still staying offensive. Does he have Vendetta? Does he have any damage? Does he have anything to follow? Into an interrupt on the shadow. Immolates is still coming out, and Zinji can still get Chaos Bolts back to back. Does get the gateway a little bit early, and Stunned is trying to see if he can get away. Same chicken proc for Zinji though, so that's his last defensive available. Needs to capitalize on the play here. Stunned looking pretty confident. Shadow Step on the Zinji. Mark for it in Venom, looking to end him. That's gonna be succumbency from afar. Zinji does not have any health at all. Still trying to get a Chaos Bolt up and running. Does slam into Stunned, but he does break out of it. Carry jumping right on top of Stunned with a stun immediately. Chickens out of a blind right afterwards. Stunned still has evasion, which is perfect against the Warrior. Fear by Carry coming out just to keep the Rogue locked out is going to hit him with the Disarm right after, not letting the Rogue get a setup. And Stunned is going to use the Crucible as a defensive play, get himself a little bit of healing. Stun onto Carry as he is out of a trinket, got himself out of a blind early. But Stunned is looking to catch a full reset. Carry, does he have a leap? Does he have a charge? Does he go for AoE? If he might be able to find a way to surprise the Rogue, maybe predict where he goes. He might have had a chance, but the Rogue did go in the other direction. Picking up the eyes immediately to make sure that he can get the most value out of the damage onto Stunned as soon as possible. 10 minutes closing in into close to 30% dampening. The Stunned is going to have a little bit of time just resetting, I guess. If he wants to play to win, he's just going to have to sit and stall the whole time. Does Garrett see him? We're just going to eat food. So I guess he has to sap him. Good Circle Rage out of it. Maybe. Can you predict what the Rogue is going to be? Does he know that the Rogue is going to be nearby? So Stunned is far enough where any AoE or random leap is probably going to keep him safe. Garrote does go for a Whirlwind immediately. Underwatch Chicken Proc, before Stunned can land a kitten shot, he does hit him with the Disarm, and it's going to try to capitalize on damage while he's got a Stunned does to sprint to stay away from the guy. Cooldown's coming out for Carry. Double stun on both of them. Stunned actual trinket of the stun, and Carry is going to take a little bit of damage. Maladin to follow is going to have some of that healing suppressed. Maybe he can get the Underwatch Trinket to proc a couple of times to clear the Maladin, but that's quite a lot of damage. All the dots and the pressure coming out for Stunned does not have any more defense. If Gary can wait for a next stun, he might be able to secure himself a kill. Whoever gets the next stun is going to have an advantage here. Garrote, cheap shot for Stunned. Lock out onto Gary. He still has plenty of health. Does he get a Stormbolt here? Stunned barely has any health. Get a shot onto Gary. Shortest stun ever. And it's going to be a shield. It's going to be a little bit of a rage regeneration for Gary. Look at the Shadow Step past Gary. Not letting him happen. Bladestorm coming out and instead stun onto Stunned into an execute. And Christy is the last man standing on Team Blue versus Carry and Canny. Carry so far been able to obliterate that Rogue into instant reflect against the Paladin in case he was going to go for a Hodge. Trying to predict him. Hodge coming out late. Does have a human racial for it. Needs to be aware of the Paladin damage. If he sees wings, he better start running into a Disarm onto Christia. Expecting for the Paladin to start doing something. Shield Avengers coming in. It is going to pop, but the shield isn't as big with higher dampening. That's going to be a trick for Christia. Try to get away out of the Fury. It's a stun. Does he go for a bump or bubble? Carry is going to have the Underwatch trinket, giving him a little bit of health. He needs to wait out for a shield for Christia. Christia is still going to have wings up and running. Hasn't used them at all. Carry is going to snag himself a charge heal into another reflect. Maybe looking to get an interrupt onto Christia as Christia is trying to get himself a flashlight going. Full wings coming out. Blood of the enemy is sending a trinket onto Carry. The bike is going to slam. And Christia is looking to maximize the damage of those wings while he's got it. Carry probably has a leap. Doesn't have a leap. It's going to be a full stun. No! So much damage! And Carry goes down, man. If only he had a reflect available there. Or maybe had a leap far away from the Paladin, he might have had a chance. But now Christia, the Paladin, has to go up against a mage. A fire mage. I feel like we all know how that's going to end. I love the duels when they do come down to like 2-1-1, right? I do love it. I do love it. Can I try to see if he can land maybe a polymorph to Christia? Maybe polymorph him so he gets full health? I think that's what he's actually trying to do. But Christia decided, you know what? We're just going to start it immediately. Polymorph does land onto Christia. He's going to be full health. He was going to get polymorph regardless anyway. But that's going to be G-Pi into a ring, into another G-Pi by Kenny. And it's going to go maybe for damage. Went for a fireball right after Christia actually slowed down. He's actually still RP walking. Bubble coming out. Why is he still RP walking? I might have been put him in the worst position possible. He's going to have to go for flashlights back to back. Ken is still looking very healthy. He's going to confuse a little bit what's going on. Chickens out of the Hodge immediately. And Christy is going to go for wings and heal as soon as he got it. He's going to lock down. He needs to go for damage onto Kenny as soon as he can't heal himself. But that's going to be temporal, keeping Kenny afloat into a breath, putting him in a really bad spot. Meteor to follow right afterwards. I think Christy is basically, yeah, he's done. Yeah, Christy gives up every time there's a mage, man. You got to stop giving up when there's a mage. You got to stop doing that. Oh my god. Captura with 2 kills and Zenji with 2 kills. Lots of damage on that front. Got the most amount of healing here. Captura, dude, druids. Druids, man. Alright, well at least we saw a sub rogue. That was quite nice. That was quite nice.